So you're thinking about moving to Marin, but you want to know some key aspects to keep in mind that maybe aren't so appealing about the area and may detract people from wanting to move to this beautiful county. While it's an incredible place to live and raise a family, I want to share some important aspects of Marin that have been a challenge for not only myself, friends, and even clients that have made them potentially rethink living and moving to Marin. So let's get into it right now. Number one, and the big one here, is going to be the cost of living. The national average home price in 2023 is $436,800, whereas the median sold price for single-family homes in May for all of Marin was $1.88 million. And the median home price of condos in May for all of Marin being $675K. So if you're looking for a condo, it's a bit more digestible. But with Marin County being one of the most desirable markets in all of the US, single family homes come in at 4.3 times the national average. And with that comes additional higher cost of living for groceries and everyday expenses. My family of three, soon to be a family of five with twin girls due in mid-August. We spend right at $1,200 a month for groceries, and that's not including eating out once or twice a week, which adds an additional $500 to $800 to the total food expenses. And with higher home prices comes higher property taxes and insurance costs. And a good way to calculate that is to find your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance on a prospective home. A good app for that is going to be the Zillow mortgage app. This is different than the traditional Zillow app. And you can toggle through the down payment, interest rate, property taxes of 1.25%, and the homeowner's insurance to give you the lump sum. And number two is going to be low inventory and limited housing options. In May, we had a total of 381 homes for sale and 231 homes sold. So to put that in perspective, San Francisco had 952 homes for sale and 374 homes sold. So that's 2.5 more homes available in San Francisco than Marin. And with that, the limited inventory comes a competitive market. The May median days on market for a home that went into contract was just 11 days, making it important to have your ducks in a row so when you do find the right home, you can jump right on it. It's also important to have the right agent in mind, and so I can absolutely help you with that as well. If there are budget constraints, I do recommend focusing on Novato, San Rafael, and Fairfax. These areas fall on the lower end of the Marin median price point, and you can get some good bang for your buck. With Novato median price point sitting right at 1.2 million, Fairfax median price point in May sitting at 1.41 million, and San Rafael median price point in May at 1.46 million. I should also mention, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Marin County and all areas inside of Marin County, like Corte Madera, San Rafael, Novato, Tiburon, Fairfax, then subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the current market in Marin. My name is Tyler, and I get calls every day from people just like you looking to make the smooth move to Marin County. So whether you're looking to make the move in a week or 3 months, just give me a call, shoot me a text, or even schedule a Zoom or email, and I'm happy to help you make that smooth move to Marin County. All right, and the third one is going to be the commuting and transportation. Traffic gets pretty congested during the peak commuting hours, and many Marinites make the daily commute to San Francisco along the 101. And during commute times in the morning and afternoon, it can get pretty hairy. So if you're, leaving after 9:30 or so and heading home after 6:30 or so, it can make a big difference in terms of, just minimizing your commute time. For us, when we leave after 9:30 to head into the city, 9:30 a.m., it only takes about 15 minutes or so to get to the bridge. But when we leave during rush hour, it can take 2 to 3x the amount of time to get in San Francisco. And with that, there's just limited public transportation options, and that plays a role in the congestion. I will say that we love taking the Larkspur Ferry into the city, which takes about 40 minutes and puts you right at the SF Square Ferry building downtown. And if you have the time and your office is near downtown SF, it can be an excellent option. I know a lot of Marin commuters do choose that option. You can read a book, grab a bite to eat, and just really relax on your way to and from work. The fourth one here is a bit personal. It's finding your community and peer group in Marin. This was more from personal experience, but when my wife and I moved to from San Francisco in 2012, and with Marin having so many different towns and communities, it took us a bit of time to explore and navigate the different communities and determine what areas were a fit for us, where were our people. I will say that now that we have a 3-year-old, you meet so many families that have moved here from San Francisco and the peninsula that come to Marin for a larger home and the space. And with all that, there's incredible parks, schools, and restaurants that are really welcoming and friendly. And so, although it did take a bit of time for us, we really couldn't be happier with the people here in Marin. Obviously, the schools are world-class, and we found our restaurants that are our go-tos as well. And the fifth and final one is just gonna be the limited amenities versus a larger city like San Francisco or Oakland. This was also a bit of a challenge for my wife and I when we moved from San Francisco. Having come from Hayes Valley, where you can walk 15 steps or so out your front door to a 5-star restaurant, it can take a bit of acclimating, with relatively fewer dining options and culinary diversity. What it did was shifted our focus into eating in more, which is healthier, and also we started to barbecue two or three times a week, so that was a huge plus. And that's one of the reasons why we moved out to Marin from San Francisco, is having that extra space, having that yard, being able to barbecue anytime we wanted, having the kids being able to play in the yard and all the parks. And so it ended up being a big plus. And with that, there's also just limited shopping choices, especially for luxury and kind of specialty food goods. But I've touched on this in the Corte Madera videos. The town center in Corte Madera has great shopping choices, and we typically make the trip to San Francisco when we're looking to go big on a good shopping adventure. There's also fewer entertainment venues such as theaters, concert halls, and sports arenas. However, we absolutely love taking Larkspur Ferry to the Giants games. They have a specific Giants ferry that takes you directly to and from the Giants stadium, and it's really convenient. You can get drinks on board, and the crowd is really fun. I believe it gets you there about 45 minutes before the game, and it leaves a half an hour after the game. We've also found that there's fewer museums, galleries, and cultural institutions for art and history enthusiasts. However, there is ample ways to find that. Mill Valley has an incredible art and film festival, and Sausalito has a great food and wine festival as well. So you just need to stay on top of it, and it's definitely all available for you. All right, so that's gonna do it for today. I hope you found some value in this video, and if you're thinking about making the move to Marin County, I would love to earn your business and be a trusted resource for you. And until next time, I hope to see you around town.